drill, this the real thing. Yeah. Like it's normal. But I seen it with her man play the chorus. Wait a minute, UIP, unimportant person. My jeans patch with zebra stripes, tigers and some horses. Barber, they say I'm adorable. Paid him for like Harlem, drive business while we serving. Better we get on him, he won't make it. Down, keep going, on some was poppin' currents. Gucci online, say she want a fluffy pup. Me, I got a no Amazon searching slush machine. She got on Bottega person feet, look like bamboo leaf. You know I'm a can't call me your majesty. She say I'm the man in her dreams. I'm her fantasy. You know you ain't find nothing. Boy, stop asking about. You might catch little bro ballin'. He Bryce Max me. Thought she was gonna be my Valentine. Better look next year. Watch me. Only good and cooking. Watch Matilda. Watch me drive the farm with my kneecap. Before they close the fix my fingers. Goodness, he took my swag to Woodward. I gotta keep that boy my only good look. Look, go, I'm feeling like Snoop and Suge now. They act like it's hoodlum. No way, no kid look up to. Came up out the slums, but next house gonna have a butler.
We've got the Minnesota Timberwolves facing the New York Knicks. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan with you, joined by Doris Bird, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge reporting courtside.
Yes, yeah.
Here's Towns, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Left side, Edwards. Randall outside. Lock at 6. Out to Edwards. No good on the triple. And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
Over in the corner, Randall. They get the rebound. And another shot. Out to Conley. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Edwards inside. And they have their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. Pass to Anunoby. Back to Brunson. Now here's Towns. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson.
Yeah, this team is at its best when Towns is looking to establish himself on the interior.
Inside. Here's Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
Yeah, nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Puts up a deep 3.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
One of the best 3-and-D wings in the league. Well, let's start with OG Anunoby, who excels from the corner.
And Kevin, about 45% on quarter threes the last couple seasons. So OG can space that floor horizontally. That's in addition to his elite defensive ability.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, earlier I spoke with Tom Thibodeau, and we talked about the tall task of facing Anthony Edwards. Coach said he is so physical. Ant looks more like a linebacker on the wing, so we can't foul Edwards too much. That's playing right into his hands. So they'll try to play him tight without sending him to the line. Not easy to do. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Back to Brunson. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Brunson's got 5 points so far. High post, Gobert. Outside Conley. Back to Gobert. Pass to Edwards.
Oh, no, I ain't got to do that.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Here's Gobert. Over to the left wing. And Randall throws it down.
Boy, there was plenty of contact down low, but Randall assertive and able to find the finish.
And that one's good. Towns.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Both teams deciding to change it up. Outside Conley. Shoots over Brunson. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Well, Greg, the Knicks have certainly brought hope back to the city of New York.
And it's been fun to watch. The fans are rallying behind this team. And it's not just because they're winning. It's the way they're winning. They play with heart and hustle.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Here's Randall. Pass to DiVincenzo. Over in the corner, McDaniels. And the three off target. The Knicks leading by 7. Hart with it. For the three. Mike Conley grabs the miss. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
And here is DiVincenzo. Nothing on the board. And it's good. 2 points.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's foul number 2 for him. 30 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Out to Brunson. Back to Achua. Pass to McBride. Now Hart. 5 to shoot. Here's McBride. And he's off on his first shot of the game. Now McDaniels. And we reach the end of the first quarter. It's the Knicks leading by 5. The second quarter coming up. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And when you consider how the Knicks are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time. The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You can see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
It's been a few years now, Doris, but it feels like point guard is the position in the NBA.
Well, Kevin, we certainly have our share of great point guards. Luka Doncic, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, they seem to be in the MVP conversation consistently. But the last couple MVPs, you look back, you've got a couple of centers. For a long time, the small forward spot dominated the game. It's really something that's in constant flux.
Pass to Anunoby. New York needs to get off a shot.
And the
shot goes down. Bridges, he got his first points of the game.
One tough customer. Bridges fighting for the basket in close.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Timberwolves trailed by 9. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Minnesota with the ball. Outside Conley. Pass to DiVincenzo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Robinson pulls it in. The Knicks leading by 8. On the wing, Bridges. Anunoby outside. Plays it up off the glass.
I'll tell you, it's 6'8" with elite athleticism. Good luck checking OG Anunoby on the interior.
Conley feeling it out. Edwards inside. Shoots over Anunoby. Good D by Anunoby. With the teardrop. Pass to McBride. Over Conley. McBride's shot is off. Timberwolves trail by 10. Here's Reed. DiVincenzo with it. Down low. Gobert down low. Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. The kick out to Anunoby. New York moving the ball around. Here's McBride. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. And they'd love to cut this deficit down to single digits.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is the guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
Well, Anthony Edwards with that frame on the interior, such a tough check.
The kick out to Anunoby. For 3, Bridges. And the 3 ball is good. Bridges got the lead up to 11 now for New York. Pass to DiVincenzo. Brings the 3 again. He'll go to the line for 1 more. It's on Mitchell Robinson. So it's both teams making substitutions here. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And he shot foul shots at about a 75% clip a season ago.
And that one's good. Brunson.
That's toughness. That's ability to absorb contact and finish. That is Jalen Brunson in a nutshell.
On the wing, DiVincenzo. Bridges with the board.
Boy, that's too easy to miss, but somehow he finds a way to do it.
Stolen by McDaniels. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. To the paint. Here's Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Of the 2 offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
And so that brings the first half to a close. Knicks lead by 11. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Timberwolves trail by 11. And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game.
I feel like he want to take it up.
4 of their starting 5. So, no doubt, expectations will be high.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, Rudy Gobert has tied for the most Defensive Player of the Year awards all time, but he's challenging himself to do more offensively. He said it's all about just being okay with it.
Whoa, a little extra right there from Edwards.
How about Anthony Edwards, the bounce? Go ahead, Ed.
Out to Brunson. Bridges outside. No good with the triple. Timberwolves trail by 12. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. And he's good on the 3-ball. Edwards got 7 points in the game.
Now the work that Anthony Edwards is putting in as a shooter is there. That range shot so important. Nice three-point look right there. And no surprise here, right? This guy is not only a gifted player, but he is so smart on the offensive end.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. And here are the Timberwolves. 11-point game. Here's Conley.
Man.
Rebounded by New York. They've led by as many as 14 points.
This is what bad happened,
That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson. He has 7.
Such a smart offensive player. Mikal Bridges assertive and focused when he gets this close.
You hear, Doris, people now calling Anthony Edwards one of the faces of the NBA. I'm assuming you'd agree.
100% agree, because the skills are extraordinary. The development in his decision-making has gone leaps and bounds from where it was. Beyond that, Kevin, he's a lockdown defender, one of the best competitors, fearless in the big moments, and one of the most charismatic young men in the league today. This guy is spectacular.
3 points. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way.
That's a perfect example of why good hands are important in basketball. It just misread that pass completely.
Beyond the arc. Hart, no good.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
To Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
That vertical threat that is Rudy Gobert. What a ferocious finish at the rim.
Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him. The Knicks shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
And here's Edwards from the arc. Good on the 3-point shot. Edwards got 8 here in the quarter.
Boy, what a good-looking stroke. Ready on the catch, Anthony Edwards. That jumper is nice.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And Brunson has it in the corner. To the middle. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's on Anthony Edwards.
Well, battling hard. That's an impressive move by Towns. He'll go to the strike.
You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
Brunson with a clean look. Bridges outside. Another shot. And Brunson, here we go. Misses at the rim. Pass to Alexander Walker. And here's Randall. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. DB, ever since winning the most improved player back in 2021, Randall has stayed scoring at an incredible clip.
Yeah, Kevin, what makes this guy such a difficult matchup is his size and the ability to drive it. And now what you've seen is this evolution into a legit threat from three-point territory. He is such a difficult cover. Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Bridges.
Oh my God.
And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Well, you cannot let Mikal Bridges get into the paint because he's going to hammer it home when you do.
Pass to DiVincenzo. And the shot goes in. DiVincenzo's got 6. It's Payne with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. Now Achua, defended by DiVincenzo. The Knicks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. The first one falls. The Knicks making a switch here.
At the line,
he makes 1 of 2 that time. Clark outside. Pass to Randall. And stolen by Achua. No good that time. It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for New York. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is up. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. The Knicks leading by 16. He takes it in. Pass to Achua. Hands it from downtown.
Oh, yeah, you have to make greater effort than that defensively. You know what he can do from range.
Well, to me, that's just inexcusable. You start to wonder how much they really want this basketball game.
Edwards can't hit.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Reed with it. Over in the corner, Edwards. Now, here's Reed. 4 on the clock. Here's Alexander Walker. Hits it from 3-point range.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned. Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the 3. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
To the inside, Garza. And the rejection by Towns. Pass to McBride. And at the top of the key, Towns. New York moving the ball around. And the dunk by Towns.
Now that Towns is rolling, boy, you just deliver the ball on time and on target, he will do the rest.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Timberwolves trail by 18. Pass to McDaniels. Out left to the wing. It's rebounded by Anunoby. Now here's Hart. Brunson outside. Here's Bridges. Edwards defending. Fires from the line. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
And the shot is good.
Boy, you love the determination from Julius Randle. This guy has a knack for scoring against good defense.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Anunoby left side. Shoots over McDaniel. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Yeah, don't be fooled by the height, guys. Brunson is a terrific finisher inside.
Down low. Gobert throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. Mikal Bridges picks one up.
Oh, I dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Craig, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. And one thing, among many doors, that's so impressive about Jalen Brunson, the way he goes to work in the paint. Wow.
Kevin, at his size, you have got to be crafty. You've got to have great footwork and great patience. You've got to be willing to work in a crowd. What he does is really impressive.
Over in the corner, McDaniels. Randle from outside. And Mikal Bridges pulls it down. Here's Hart. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Knicks lead.
And the Knicks lead by 19.
39.
No one near Randle as he lets it go.
Wait.
And once again off the mark by Minnesota. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. That one goes. Count it.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your leads.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Knicks.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Karl Anthony Towns.
This guy has been shot-making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
And that one's good. Brunson.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
Here's Conley. From down in the low post, it goes. And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101, but boy, is it working.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Kick out to Anunoby. Shot clock at 5. Buries it from three-point range.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
For 3, Edwards. The shot misses. Basket good. So no problem for New York as they get the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that'll do it, folks.